Eddie Hearn on Anthony Joshua vs Tyson Fury. I'm a one-man army going out to make this fight. Bob Arum, moaning. Get off your backside and do something yourself. No. Leave it to Eddie. Alright, if you're gonna leave it to me, be quiet and wait for the contract.
While I'm on a rant, I may as well call out one more person. A big useless dosser. Not a real fighting man, a hype job, body build, CrossFit. Big, ugly shithouse. It's Anthony Joshua. AJ, if you're out there, let's make this fight happen, you big dosser. You big shithouse bum dosser. And I'm going to smash your face in too. There's not one thing you can do about it. Prove me wrong, sucker. Prove me wrong. I'm number one. Uno. Just been thinking. Another message for AJ. AJ, if you go past 3 rounds with me, I'll quit in the corner. Because that's how confident I'm taking you cold out within the first 2-3 rounds. Out. Out like a light switch.
Okay, like deja vu, keep talking to you about the same things over and over again, but I do want to ask you about Bob Arum's latest comments in reference to a mirage.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've come to the conclusion that there is 3 or 4 different Bob Arums, and Bob Arum that I speak to sometimes is not the same Bob Arum that sometimes speaks to the media. So I actually messaged him last night after the comments that he just made, and I as if to say, like, am I missing something here? I mean, the last time I communicated with Bob Arum was Friday of last week and Thursday of last week. He said we haven't spoken for 2 weeks. I mean, like 4 or 5 days ago, he was giving interviews to the media saying it's a done deal, it's in Saudi Arabia, this is how the deal's working, and then 4 or 5 days on, he says it's all rubbish, it's a mirage. And I don't get the whole thing about Eddie's running out of time. Like, what, is it just me? Like, am I, the only chance this fight has is if I pull something off. No one else has lifted a finger.
But the site offers have come from your side, correct?
Yeah, but the main site offer, which everybody accepted, of course, to come from my side. No disrespect to Bob. Bob's a legend promoter. He hasn't dealt with a site offer of this magnitude before. So, and I have, and it's the same people that I closed the last huge site offer with. I trust them. They put it in writing. The fight's happening. The deal's in place. We're just going through a process of doing a long form agreement between about 3 or 4 different lawyers, which is very difficult for a site of this magnitude, a deal of this magnitude. But the whole, like, you know, when you're out there, like, just grafting your nuts off trying to get this done, and you've got someone who's supposed to be, I know he's not on the team, but he is on the team because we're all working together. Just like, I don't know, I can't say they don't want the fight because I think everybody wants, but I get that feeling sometimes. What's your game here? What don't you like about this? You know, Eddie's desperate. I'm desperate. I'm desperately trying to make this fight, like more than anything I've ever done. Oh, he's running out of time. What do you mean I'm running out of time? This is us. This is a co-promotion. This is supposed to be, you know, the biggest fight in boxing, and what? Oh, it's just down to me. But that's fine, because if it's down to me, there's more pressure on me to make it, and I take that seriously, and I won't be denied.
That is an interview from IFL TV. I will leave the link in the description box, one of my most favorite channels out there. Now, as you can see, and as you guys have been told, and as I have told you, this is the problem with people reporting on things. You heard what Eddie said. The deal's done, Saudi Arabia, blase splee. Then it's all rubbish. Putting us all the way back at square one. The problem with this is why we can't keep boxing fans. Number one, we've wanted undisputed since Deontay Wilder was holding that belt hostage. That's what we wanted. Fury was primarily praised, not just because he beat Deontay Wilder, it's because he freed up the belt for us to see a situation like undisputed. Okay? He relinquishes the clinch that PBC and Deontay Wilder had holding that belt ransom. Now the heavyweight division can move forward in progress. That's what we really were celebrating by Tyson Fury beating Deontay Wilder. It was a chance for us to see something we haven't seen since Lennox and Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. Okay, so we were excited about that. Okay, Tyson said, when the best want to fight the best, this fight is easy to make, right? It's no doubt that Team Joshua and Eddie Hearn are the ones pushing, clawing, and fighting for this fight. They always have been fighting for undisputed. And if you look at their position, and each time it comes to fight somebody, they're always the one pushing the needle. Eddie is always the one pushing the needle. Why is it so asinine? You see this poster right here? You see what it says down there at the bottom? The most important boxing match in UK British history. So why they playing with it? Why is this something you can walk away from? Why is this something that Tyson Fury is saying and his father is saying, oh, we're going to move on to something bigger? There is nothing bigger. It's not. But once again, boxing is yo-yoing you, toying with you, playing with you. Okay? I prefer nobody say anything until you get everything underway. You know, I don't want you to tell me about a victory before you cross the line. I don't want you to tell me you're finished before you're actually finished. Don't count your eggs before they hatch. Come on, you guys know this. Tell me when it gets done. And with that being said, since we know we can't count on Bob Arum and his side to do any damn thing, okay, I would say with Eddie Hearn and them, be careful about the information that you put out. I depend on you guys to not say shit unless it's accurate and you can completely stand on it from here on out. Because you knew Bob Arum put that shit out there, and obviously it wasn't true. Obviously the deal wasn't made, and obviously y'all was just waiting. That obviously was not true. But y'all allowed him to say it, and to the point he backed out it completely, and you can't deny and say, whoa, no, it is signed. We do have this, and we do have that. We are just waiting on the venue. As you see, Eddie can't say that because that was a lie then. This is how they treat y'all as boxing fans. Now, Bob Arum. I've been telling y'all about Bob Arum for years. For years. Most people out there are just obsessed with Mayweather Promotions and Al Heyman. I get it, but we talk about them all the time. Y'all never speak on how Bob has fucked up countless fights. This is a fact. I told you, nobody wants to do business with this guy. He's greedy. As old as he is, he's greedy. He's the reason why shit don't get done. So when you look at Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, can you really just blame PBC and Al? No, you can't, because Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman managed to do business together. But when Bob Arum's in the play, where's the money? And as you see, money. It's always money with this guy. And this is what I'm going to put on your mind. What the fuck you think he's going to do with Josh Taylor? What the fuck you think he's going to do with Inoue? What the fuck you think he's going to do? What do you think is going to happen? Especially if they're some boxer who care about what they're getting paid. If he's not ripping Manny Pacquiao off, if he's not trying to lowball Mikey Garcia and Teofimo Lopez, he's holding up fucking fights. And Tyson Fury and Bob Arum is two wrong bullshitters that should be teamed up together. Hell, you'll never get shit done with these two. But I'm going to end it on this. Because when I said I would love to see a third fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, neither some of the Fury fans wanted to see it and none of the Wilder fans wanted to see it. Regardless of how much shit they was talking, they was just happy with Deontay Wilder getting some settlement money. Don't act like it's not true. It is true. I got your messages. I know. Neither fans on either side say it's not necessary. I said it was necessary. And let me tell you why. Because if Tyson Fury just would have honored what he had in the fucking contract, we would not be here. You see how easy it would have been to be enough? Number one, it's a win-win. You would have seen Wilder get pummeled again, which, who didn't want to see that? Who? After putting on a performance like that, show me a boxing fan who really didn't want to see that fight again. You know? But wouldn't it just been easier just to go ahead and fight the man? Then we wouldn't be here. Then they wouldn't be tied up in legal trouble with Team Fury and trying to figure out how much they're going to give to Deontay Wilder so they can be released to let go to go fight this undisputed. They're trying to get enough money to cover Wilder and cover themselves. See, they don't want to lose money for not fighting Wilder a third time. That's really what the fuck it is. They want to be able to get Team Joshua to help pay their legal shit with Wilder, and Bob Arum definitely don't want to take a pay cut. Tyson Fury definitely don't want to take a pay cut. They want Team Hearn to do all the fucking work. And they want to try to put pressure on them and say, we give you a limited time, so they'll hurry up and give them the money that they fucking want. It's always about money. Always. Always. But at the end of the day, this is why you can't keep no boxing fans. Because as soon as they get introduced to it, they're let down. They're not allowed to like who they like. They get bullied for liking who they like. They get judged for liking who they like. On top of that, they don't even get to see the fights that they want to fucking see. Yes, this is a sport that pays great. But all it does is pays great. It doesn't give great performances no more. They're too far in between, and boxing does not have enough bodies for people to try to slow roast and cherry pick. There's not a lot of people going into boxing, so it's a very small pool. With a small pool, how can y'all be ducking and dodging each other like this? I'm going to digress, save my energy for the rest of my day. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Vane, I'm out.